Alright, got another unboxing video for you now. I've just taken delivery of this big box of LPs. I don't like the look of this bulge at the top there. I think from memory there are 20 LPs in here, and I've kind of opened up. I've just pulled the tape away from the box there on the sides, so I should be able to just rip it off and we'll be straight in there. But as I mentioned to a viewer recently, the Japanese are notorious for using too much packaging, so there could be all sorts of stuff on the inside, in which case I'll just fast forward. Alright, not too bad, we've just got some bubble wrap on the inside there. There you go. So I should be able to tear the top of that off and show you what's in here. Now, the reason why I bought this set, it's mainly for a couple of upgrades. Yeah, I'll put that down there. Most of these I won't be keeping, but I'm hoping that there are a couple of upgrades in here. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you what the titles are, and then at the end of the video, or in the second half of the video, I will look at them in more detail, but I'll just show you the titles first of all. This is recorded live on stage in Memphis. All these are Japanese pressings, by the way. This is Aloha from Hawaii. I can see the obis on there. The next one is Raised on Rock. This one also has its obi. Looks like it's been taken off the cover or fallen off the cover. The next one is Love Letters from Elvis. This is the first pressing with the envelope text here. So I'll be interested to see if that has the envelope in there. And the same with the Raised on Rock album as well. This first pressings of this album came with a color picture, so I'll be interested to see if that's in there. That's the way it is. Slightly later pressing from 71. Mono copy of Blue Hawaii. Looks quite nice, doesn't it? This is Good Times, different back cover to the American version. I can see the obis on there. Welcome to My World. That's the insert in front of the cover for some reason. Madison Square Garden, that's the first pressing, so with any luck that will also have the poster in there. Elvis Presley Boulevard, standard copy. On Stage, this is also not the first pressing, it's got the special offer text at the top there. So this was brought out this was released in 1971. I have to say the obis look nice and clean, so I'm hoping that the covers will also be in the same condition. Elvis in Person, another 70s, early 70s one, 1971. King Creole, that came out of nowhere, didn't it? 1958 copy of King Creole. Looks to be in nice condition. We'll certainly be coming back to that one. Fool, first pressing of the Fool album with its obi. Elvis Country, gatefold sleeve with the obi. Elvis Now, it's also a gatefold. Nearly there. Okay, so this is the two records from the Panel Deluxe, which I've shown in previous video. It doesn't have the panel. It does have what looks like an obi in there, which is strange. I've never seen that before. Could be something unique here. Stick around for that. What's going on here? Moody Blue. That seems very thick. I think there's 2 LPs in there when there should just be 1. And just a couple more. What's this? Burning Love. That's the original pressing. No obi with that one. And the last one is Promised Land with the blue lettering. So this is the first pressing of Promised Land with the lyric sheet and the different back cover. All right, so stick around if you want to see those albums in more detail. Okay, so we're going in reverse order this time. There is Promised Land. There's the record, orange label. I'll just pull some of the records out to get an idea of what they're like. Orange label RCA. Looks in really good condition. Hardly ever played. Show you the back cover. It's different to the American version. And there's another picture over on the right side. There you go. And that one also came with an insert. Most 70s albums did. Lyrics and Japanese notes on the other side. Burning Love, this is a Camden LP. Not many albums are released on the Camden label. Elvis albums, that is. Let's quickly show you that one. There you go. That looks like it's hardly ever been played. Very nice. Kind of curious about this next one. This is Moody Blue. That's got a couple of albums in there. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. There's the insert. It's been folded, unfortunately, but otherwise it looks okay. And it's got the two obies here, the orange regular one and this black one here. Some albums that were released after Elvis died, they had an additional black obi stuck on them as well. Very curious to know what this is. Right, well, there's Moody Blue, the record that should be in there. It's not bad. We played a bit, but not much. So what's this other one here then? Just curious. Ah, right, okay. It is. Oh, right, it's one of the LPs from the Panel Deluxe. The first LP from the Panel Deluxe set. Not sure what that's doing in there. Pretty sure I saw two albums in that one we saw earlier. Put these back in the box. Right, here it is, actually, the Panel Deluxe. I'm really curious about this obi thing that's on there. Maybe it's got nothing to do with this album. So that's the inner sleeve for the second record. They're virtually identical, except the text is different. Ah, okay, I see what's happening. So that's the second album. There was only one album here, so that's good. At least they're both there. This is the booklet, or it should be, for that release. There you go, that's the booklet. There is the second inner sleeve. And this is that obi that came with it. There's no catalogue number on there. It says two LPs, 3,000 yen, which is what that album cost, the Panel Deluxe. It says best at 24 on the in the middle there in white text. It's got all the same songs from that set. You know, it could very well be that after they ran out of the cases, the Panel Deluxe cases, the wall panels, like the one I've got on the wall that I showed before, maybe they started selling it with this obi. It's amazing. I've never seen that before. Wow, that could be a real discovery. Okay, the next one is Elvis Now. I can just stop these records from falling. There you go. That's the first pressing of Elvis Now. That looks very clean. There's the back cover. Not bad. Now the thing with these gatefolds is always the inside covers. What are they going to be like? Oh, that's very good. Very nice and clean. the record is the correct one. I won't pull all the records out, but they're mainly orange RCA ones. Elvis Country, again the first pressing with that red, white and blue obi. Okay, that's the correct record in there. Show you the inside cover. That's also pretty clean. Wow, I've got some real upgrades here. Very nice. Next one is Fool. Different back cover, and this flap at the back here that you can see here, somebody's written the date at the top there, 48/9/19. That's September the 19th. 48 is what? When were I born? 7 years after I was born, so 1973. The record is the correct one, and it's also got the insert. Okay, the next one is King Creole, but I'm going to save that one. I'm just too excited about that one. The next one is Elvis on Tour, and it's got this little insert with it. This was nothing to do with the album. It is a okay, yeah. This is like a little pamphlet or leaflet that's come from a movie theater. March 27th it's got, and it gives you the date of the name of the movie place there. Information about the movie on the back in Japanese. There you go. Back cover. Interesting. This cover is usually laminated, but it's not laminated for some reason. Interesting. The inside cover. Again, it's pretty clean. And these live album gatefold covers were really well done, with things like that, color photographs on the inside. So really nice covers. There you go. Okay, next one is On Stage, from that same period, 71. This one is laminated. There's the back cover. This one will also have lots of pictures on the inside. There you go. And lyrics, Japanese sleeve notes, and there's a great color photo there on the left, which they used on the UK album cover for Almost in Love, and some album advertisements over there on the right. Very nice. Boulevard, there's the insert. Cover was the same as the American version, so this little bit here at the top there where it's torn, that's where the shop has torn off the reorder coupon, which is what I was trying to explain earlier on with that flap at the back of the obi. Orange label. Next one is Madison, so with a bit of luck this will have a poster, a laminated cover, the back, that's the inside. Can't see the poster, never mind. And it has this sort of yellow design on the inside. There's another couple of pages like that. Yeah, there's no poster with this one, never mind. Next one is Welcome to My World. That's the insert for that one. Lyrics on the back. Cover is the same as the American version, front and back. And orange label. Next one is Good Times. It's got the yellow obi, so this is the first pressing. That's the insert. Okay, that's the yellow obi, and the next pressing, slightly later than this one, was sort of orange and blue from memory. And again, you can see the at the top here, the little coupon has been torn off. Yeah, orange label. Mono copy of Blue Hawaii next. This one looked really good from the front when I saw it earlier. Yeah, it still looks good from here as well. Nice edges. These 60s covers are very, very thin, so it's hard to find them in very nice condition. Let's see what the LP's like. Oh, that's very nice. Show you this one as it's on Victor. Very, very nice. That's the way it is. So this one should have a color picture on the inside with green letters. There you go. So the first pressings had this picture the other way around with gold letters. And I've got some more pictures here as well. This is a really nice clean cover. So hard to find these gatefold covers in clean condition. Next one is Razor on Rock. This one may have a bonus photo, but I'm guessing not, since the copy of Madison Square Garden came without the poster. Front and back covers are the same as America. I don't get a bonus photo vibe about this one. RCA record. Yeah. Does have the insert though, which looks like that. So it's your 4-page one with lyrics, etc. on the inside. All right, so we're not doing too well as far as bonus items go, so maybe we'll get lucky with the next album, which is Love Letters, which originally came with a envelope addressed to Elvis. That is the gatefold sleeve. Again, it's very nice and clean. I don't get a love letter vibe about this album. No, it's not there. RCA record, upside down. Very nice condition. Of course, the one I'm most concerned about, the one I'm most interested in, is that copy of King Creole. It's got a couple more to go before we look at that one. This is Aloha from Hawaii, which has its standard color insert. It's the first pressing. It's got the obi there. If you ever find a copy of this first pressing with the lyric sheet, then you should snap it up, because they usually don't come with the lyric sheet. In this case, no, not surprisingly, it doesn't have the lyric sheet. And the next one is recorded live on stage in Memphis. This is also in a gatefold sleeve. And this one also has a color picture. So they really went to town on the packaging with the live albums. This looks like it's the first pressing. Yeah. Right, and now the moment I've been waiting for. In Creole, let's have a good look at this. So if you don't already know, this is the first pressing of the, well, actually, it may be the second one, depending on the label design. King Creole LP, and I've got one on the back wall there. So actually, this one looks nicer. Maybe I'll pin this one up. Might look nice with a bit of sellotape across the top. What do you think? There's the back cover, and it has different pictures to the American back cover. I would not laugh if it had completely the wrong record in here. It does not have the wrong record. Think about this album, King Creole, the Japanese pressing. Every copy I've ever seen has always been really, really well played. And this one's really good. It might be the best one I've ever seen. It does have quite a few spindle marks on the labels, but even so, it's in really nice condition. A little bit of scuffing, but nothing that looks like a scratch. This is the first label design, by the way. So it's the first pressing. And I think this was the inner sleeve that the early albums all came in. Just a plain white inner sleeve like that. This is just a quick follow-up to what you've just seen. Filming this the day after I got that really nice set of Elvis records. And happy to say that the King Creole album plays really well. It's got sort of light crackle, background crackle, but there's no scratches on it whatsoever. So I'm really pleased with that. Better than the one I've already got. And I also wanted to return to that mystery obi that came with the Panel Deluxe set. And as it was, I tried fitting it around the sleeves, which are just a little bit less than 12 inches by 12 inches. And the obi fit around these sleeves perfectly, but there was something not quite right about it because the text on the obi extended some way up the back cover, and I just thought, I don't think they would design it that way. And I found it hard to believe that they would just sell the set like that with, you know, 2 inner sleeves and a booklet wrapped with an obi wrap around it. So I got the old tape measure out, and sure enough, it was exactly the same length as the wall mountable panel which those albums originally came in. And I fitted that obi to a panel, and that's what it looks like. Pretty stunning, eh? So this is how it would have originally looked when it was first released. And you can see the creasing about here and here, where the previous owner had folded the obi around the 2 covers and the booklet. And this is really something new for me because I never knew this existed, and the only thing I've seen like an obi that ever came with this set was one that fitted over the corner and under the lid, like a gold strip. And I'll put a picture of that on screen if I think on. So this one goes right the way over the top and under the lid. And just one other thing about this Panel Deluxe set before I go. I've also found this insert as well, which shows all 30 titles on both sides. This is the kind of thing that most people would throw away at some stage. So again, I think this is the first time I've ever seen this one. There's the Elvis one there in the top corner. You might think Elvis would be the first. You might think Elvis would have been the first in the series, but in actual fact, it's number 16. Don't know if that's relevant. I don't know if that means anything. So there are a lot of Japanese artists on here, but there are a few foreign artists as well, such as The Doors down here, Jose Feliciano, Henry Mancini, and so on. I'd love to get that Doors one. Never even seen it. That's really it this time. Thanks for watching.